We wanted to talk, as we mentioned last time, more about how do we really stop or end the craving cycle around food when we eat and we know we're not hungry. So there are really two components that I see. One is we begin to recognize that our thinking is what's creating the feeling, not the circumstance out there.
The feeling meaning the craving?
Yeah, the feeling that's creating the feeling of craving. And we'll talk about that next week. But today, what I wanted to focus on was how to have immediate relief from the craving. How do I do that? Is it even possible? Yes, it is possible. So it's simple, really. But we don't normally go there. So let's go there now and see what that world really offers us. When the feeling, the craving comes up, this is what we can do. First of all, pause. Take a moment and let the thinking mind settle. So, how I do it, I just sit down for a moment. This is very quick. I relax my shoulders. And that brings me to a much quieter place that lets the thinking mind settle. And then I am opening and welcoming to the feeling, the craving that has arisen, rather than trying to push it away by grabbing food or doing something else. I welcome it in. So let's do that now. So if a craving is there, the first thing is pause. The second thing is you want to welcome the feeling, the craving in, and dive right into it. See what it's made of. This thing you're always pushing away and avoiding. Well, what is it really? Let's explore it like a curious little kid and see what it's made of. So I dive right into that feeling. I don't bring any thinking with it. It's free of thought. And I see, what is this feeling made of that I'm always running away from? The interesting thing, and it only takes seconds to do, so this is not a long process. The interesting thing is what feelings are made of is nothing more than energy. But you need to have your own exploration and see, what is this craving, this feeling of discomfort made of? And you go in and explore it without any thinking about it, no labeling, no commentary, just pure feeling. And then when you see what it's made of, it really changes the impetus to reach for anything to try to push it away or calm it. And each time you have a craving or an uncomfortable feeling that makes you reach for food, you do the same thing. And the more you do that without any thinking about it, the more the habit begins to dissolve of reaching for food to try to calm ourselves, to try to feel better.
Yeah, I like what you're saying, the idea of welcoming that feeling, because my impulse, if I have a craving for food, I may have just finished a meal, and I'm getting up to the dishes or something, and something will come up. Why don't I we just made these walnut orange cranberry bars, so we've got a few on the counter. It's like, why don't I just have one of those? And I realized that where that's coming from, that feeling, that energy, isn't coming from, gee, I need some more food right now.
Yes.
I don't know where it's coming from. And the truth is, it doesn't matter. But what I like about what you're saying is that that feeling is something of a discomfort that I know will go away if I eat the bar. So I've got these things connected. But if I eat the bar, then I'm just reinforcing the cycle. In a way, it's kind of like an addiction, you know. It's just like, well, just one more drink and I'll get sober next week, something like that. We just have this bar and it'll go away and everything's fine. So the welcoming in, the image I saw when you were describing it is like a mom with a young child in Costco, and the child suddenly starts throwing a tantrum. And it's kind of like you see the moms who are like, settle down, you stop that right now, you know, and they resist it, and it kind of keeps going. And so there are some moms who, when that starts up, they kind of pause, they just stop, and they meet that child. They may even just take them and hold them. But and it has a much different outcome.
Yes.
You know, when that child is being recognized, acknowledged, and seen and held, um, they may not get what they want, but they don't feel that, you know, they start settling down. And what was interesting when you started talking about welcoming the feeling is like, you said, you have to settle your own mind first. It's like the mother has to settle herself.
Yes.
The mother that's there, you stop that right now, she's all wound up. And it doesn't go so well. But the mother that settles and goes, okay, this isn't appropriate, but we're gonna just be there with it. We still feel that love for the child. We're still welcoming the child instead of trying to get that child to change. It's just like, I see you, I love you. And so it's like this welcoming of that feeling. So yeah, if I look at myself at night and I'm in that same scenario, oh, why don't I just have a bar? There's this feeling that a bar would make go away. If I just pause and I'm with it, what's interesting, I've been noticing, is that there's the feeling of the craving and it's agitated. It's like, let's have the bar. That'll take care of this. But underneath, there's another feeling of complete contentment with the meal I just ate. But this gets my attention because it's buzzy. And if I can just be with that buzz, I become aware of that contentment as well. And everything starts to settle down. And that little child just stops having its tantrums.
Yeah, that's great. So give this a try and see what you learn. This is an important step in letting the craving unravel and you letting that habit pattern to use food to calm ourselves. This can help that begin to unravel very quickly.
Yeah, I think you can see how dealing with these kinds of feelings is a necessary foundation for a healthy relationship with food.
True.
We can't have a healthy relationship if we don't learn how to deal with kind of mental, emotional stuff that comes up around food.
So what's the recipe, Bill? Because you made it.
Yeah, it's that walnut orange cranberry bar. And I love the combination of oranges and cranberries, those taste together. And bars are always good with walnuts. So we had some oranges on the counter. And it's like, well, what can I do with oranges? Because I don't bake much with oranges, you know. What could be interesting? And so, yeah, we use, you know, fresh or frozen cranberries, the whole cranberry, not the dried sweetened type, but the whole cranberry. And orange, whole orange, not the peel, but, you know, the whole orange, the juice and the meat of the orange, and walnuts. And, you know, it's one of my classic oat bar recipes that's flavored with oranges, cranberries, and walnuts.
And on our website, amazinghealtheffortlessly.com, are so many beautiful dessert recipes that Bill has created or found and improved. And they're health giving. Not only do they taste delicious, but they're really healthy for the body. So have a look.
Yeah, all that's why it's free. So there's no sugar in any of them. There's no free oil, no salt. It's and yet, that can sound pretty boring. No sugar, no oil, no salt. But yeah, you give it a try.
They're
It seems to
amazing.
work.
Yeah, really good. Okay, we'll see you next
Yeah.
week. Thanks so much.
Bye bye now.